Welcome back to Exploring Whiskey. Tonight, going back to Germany. One of my other scores. One of the other barrels I hauled back from Germany.
We actually put out you bouncing around that store.
Oh, yeah,
we put a little video out of, well, technically it was video that you sent me and Eric because it was, I don't know, 2 a.m. here while you were in that liquor store poking around and go, ooh, Westward. Ooh, there's a... And Westward was one of the ones you noticed and you grabbed. So
I know. It's funny though. It's an American. it's a a bottle I could buy.
Yeah, American Single Malt.
And I passed off the other things, but I don't. Decisions.
It's an American Single Malt made bottled exclusively for Kirsch imports out of Germany.
Yeah.
So this is what they picked. True Northwest. So Westward, Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
I want to say, I think they were one of the ones that were at, there was a whiskey, festival thing that me and Eric went to in the basement of the Gaylord.
Okay.
And I believe they were there. They have a lot of different things, pretty solid American Single Malts, and which is really cool because now American Single Malt is a thing.
Yeah.
They actually have passed the laws and defined what an American Single Malt is, so that's now actually its own category. But when you go on their website, boy, do they play.
Yeah.
They finish their whiskey in every freaking thing they can get their hands on. There's so many bottles of different, it's this type of malt, or it's finished in this type of barrel, and because it's American Single Malt, it doesn't have that rule of only going in a new charred oak barrel. So that's kind of the fun part. I have no idea. They do so many different things that a single barrel could, who knows which direction. I don't know what they finished it in. I don't know anything. It could go in so many different directions.
Yes.
Kind of excited. I really like what American Single Malt has been doing as well.
And when I saw that German single barrel, it's like this is the only chance I've got it.
Yeah.
This thing.
Yeah.
There's no way this is coming to the States unless
Nope,
I mule it
never
back.
ever.
So, how to do it.
Yeah, but you go to their website and they finish, not that all of them are available, but just looking at their website of the different whiskeys, it's probably a solid 80 different whiskeys that they have produced.
Which is crazy. I mean, to play around that much, they're doing, but people are saying this is they make some of the best single malts out there. I mean, arguably, a lot of people say it, so.
I'm going to say sherry cask.
Ooh,
but that's really
plummy.
Nice. Yeah, very plummy.
Plum.
Super nice.
Jammy.
Jeez. 93 proof. Again, a big plus for an American Single Malt is the fact that they don't really proof it down into the 80s like a lot of the Scotches do. They do tend to sit in the 90-ish range.
I get this really delicious tea note, like a fruit tea.
I could see that, like a black tea.
Yeah, a black tea blending with those plums.
With the fruity notes. Yeah, I kind of see that. That is a really solid nose. That's delicious.
Oh.
The honey notes, like clove honey comes through, like really, really good, solid, like local organic honey type thing coming through. Malty cereal notes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it plays with the malt. Is that raspberry-ish? I guess some kind of red.
Okay, I can go raspberry because there's like a tartness to it too. It's not just pure sweetness on that fruit note.
It could even be argued like it might be peachy or compote.
When you said peachy, I could like the Snapple peach tea type thing coming through. I'm not against that as an idea. There's a lot going on in this. Now all the fruit notes are coming through on the nose too.
Big time.
Oh, that opens up nicely.
God, the malt smells so good in there. It balances.
It's such a like candied cereal note, frosted something. Delicious. Absolutely great.
The palate's so good.
It does everything you want it to.
Yeah.
It is sweet. Very Speyside Scotch, but a little bit more complex than most Speyside Scotches.
Okay.
Because a lot of those Speyside Scotches are like 80 to 86, right?
Yeah.
This has got a little bit more of a body to it, so there's a couple different like nuances that that I don't get from most Baysides.
And I guess that's coming from the barrel too, right? I mean, it's got to be coming from the barrel.
Yeah,
and being
probably.
Here
That's dark. I mean,
Even
saying it's a used barrel, that's a really dark whiskey.
and it's aged in, was it Portland, Oregon, right?
Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Uh-huh. That's where it should be aged. And unfortunately, because it's a single barrel, they don't really tell you what the age is. But
Yeah,
whatever it is, it's adding definitely depth in the color and in the palate.
good mouthfeel. It's got some good coating. It's got some
I
legs.
love that at like 103.
Yeah, I mean,
That would be magical at just over 100.
just a little bit more of a bite. Yeah.
A little bit more of a bite. It's a little, I'm not going to say it's thin, but it's just missing a little
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah. There's nothing here. There's
Right.
Nothing here.
Right.
It's just,
Yeah. A
you
little
swallow.
bite to it would be just, I think, add something really, really nice in there. Let's see.
What a little agua
Just a
does
little
to this.
touch of agua does. I don't think it needs a whole lot.
Mm-mm.
There's enough body that I do think it will play. My first thought, the fruit's going to pop.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Fruit's going to pop off the water.
Fruit's gonna pop. Maybe a little bit more honey. Maybe we're gonna get a little bit more sweetness.
My lips taste like it's the honey. Like
Yeah.
it's sticky from honey almost.
Yeah, it's that cereal grain, that sweet
It's
ass.
very,
sweet.
very sweet cereal.
What is the one
Honey
with-
smacks, honeycomb,
I was just gonna say, what was the one with the frog on it?
honey
Honey
smacks.
Son of, I was like, is that a frog? I couldn't remember what was on the front of that.
Yeah, that's honey smacks.
How old is that? Is it still a frog?
I don't
Or am I
know
just
the answer to that.
that old?
I don't know the answer to that, but that's really, really honey, sugar, sweet cereal.
Maybe a little pastry note. Maybe a little bit of a pastry.
I could see a little pastry with like a little bit of vanilla icing to that. I could see a little of that.
There it is on the palate too. Did that get a little better with that water?
I can't tell. I almost got a bite. Like I want to say like copper, like the Irishy copper note bite to it.
Yeah.
But it's not overly apparent.
I wasn't getting that vanilla that you were mentioning until
vanilla,
until the water
sugar,
was introduced.
Vanilla icing creaminess is a new note. I'm gonna say neat. It had a little bit more complexity. There was a couple different notes.
Okay.
This got a little, like one or two notes. Like it simplified it with the water, but they're really good notes.
But they're good notes too. It's like it really like brought them up.
Yeah, they're really, really good notes. So it's not bad with water. It's very different.
Yeah,
but lost a little of like the fruity note. Is kind of. It's there, but it's
tamed.
muted a little bit, and the vanilla creaminess and the malt and the pastry kind of
palate and finish, right?
Yeah.
On the nose, I still get some of that. I got that strawberry, I got that figgy note, plum.
Plummy, yeah.
But yeah, it did lose it on the
It
palate.
just lost a little bit.
But I don't mind that pastry.
No, it's delicious. It is delicious both ways. You're not going to go wrong either way.
Yeah.
Different, but delicious on both.
Cube? No, I don't think so.
Ooh, at 93 proof. No, I think a cube would probably mute way too much.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Right.
Who knows? But I think a cube would mute it out a little too much, and that would be kind of a shame for how great this is.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't overly on my radar. Like I know they were doing pretty decent stuff.
Westward?
But I just never pulled the trigger on buying a bottle. I think I need to. This is going to be one that gets added to the radar, the list of things to look for.
And when I was in Germany, I had been watching a couple whiskey tubers, and it was high on some of their lists, and I thought, well, come on, if I'm gonna get a single barrel from Germany that you can only get in Germany, it's bottle 163 or 138 of I don't know how many. Come on, it's coming home.
Yeah.
Beautiful bottle
great
too.
mule. Yeah, very neat shape.
I thought it would hold up in the bag pretty well.
Yeah, it looks sturdy.
Or harm someone if it fell out.
Take out an eye. No, that is really delicious. All right, so we know it's 93. It is a single barrel, approximately 100 to 110 in that ballpark.
Yeah. Pretty pricey.
Yeah, so it's not the cheapest whiskey for a 93 proofer by any means, but they are putting out some very, very solid whiskey.
And for some of the things you said before the price, it made me go, it's worth it. This is a one of the, I'm not gonna get another bottle of this unless I call my brother the next day. Brother-in-law was like, go back and get one of these. Yeah, had to pull the trigger.
I think for the experience, for the profile, I'd spend $100 for that. Absolutely.
All right, let's score it. What do you think?
That was my next thing.
Okay.
That was my next thing.
Okay.
We got to start doing some scoring here. So if we were going to score this on a scale of 1 to 10 for American Single Malts, I'm going to say I'm in the range of a high 7. 7.7, a 7.8 in that ballpark.
I was approaching 8 myself because I think this is one of the best single malts I've ever had, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't had a ton of them.
Right.
But
you put this up against somewhat like other people have done. Jim Beam in the Clearmont Steep.
Oh,
garbage.
Yeah. I
put
it against the High West, High Prairie.
Okay.
Blew it out of the water.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just all honey. There's some
this has got
going on. This has so much complexity to it.
More complexity to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say again. I'm gonna go. If it were 103, I think this is easily a mid-8s. But I really think that the only thing that's holding it back is the proof is a little light for my palate.
Yeah.
If the proof was up just a touch more, I really like that's almost everything I want out of a single malt.
Yeah. I feel the same way. I think my extra points are from being in Germany and yanking it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of feel.
There's a nostalgia.
And it made it home. It made it home safe.
No, that is great. Yeah, that's a high 7 pushing into an 8. I'm gonna go 7.8. I'm going 7.8.
I'm gonna go a flat 8. Just like I said, for the experience, grabbing it, being a single malt from Germany, had to do it.
And I love, that we have the don't drink while
never noticed
while pregnant or whatever it is, but on the back of the bottle there's a really cool symbol that of a woman with a pregnant belly with a big. Don't do that.
Is she smoking a cigarette too? And what's in her
No,
hand?
I think she's just drinking.
Oh, she's just drinking. Okay. I was like, might as well complete the circle. No.
You're doing it all. Do it all, right? Yeah. So that's kind of neat. Little different in the labeling rules.
And it's still a 375, right?
750.
700 mil.
700 mil. Okay.
Weird sizes over there too.
They do a lot of either 1s or 700 flats.
Yeah.
They don't do 750.
Yeah,
it's just a little odd.
I'm going to give you that little extra.
Oh,
you have to go big.
That's why the glass, the bottle's so big because they had to fill up that extra 50 milliliters with glass. Now that's really, really good. Thank you very much for muling it all the way back from Europe.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
But delicious, delicious notes of, I'm going to say sherry cask finished, maybe a PX.
Yeah.
I would really love to know, how close we are on that. It really, this Pedro Jimenez type sherry cask is what this comes off as to me. But
that peachy, the figgy, all that stuff.
Plummy, yes, all the stuff that. Yeah,
I think it's a good place to explore single malts. If you haven't, this distillery is a great place to start. I think if you're going to start there, you might be disappointed in other ones. So I don't know.
There's a few other single malts that may not live up to a palate that you really want to enjoy. Then there's other ones that do it really, really well. Balcones single malt is delicious.
Yeah.
So, very different though. That was very chocolatey and just a totally different malt note to it.
What the heat does down there.
Very, very, Texas.
A lot of people say
Oregon.
it's the next thing, the single malts, or
The fact that they legalized, actually put legal laws around the definition this year, makes me feel like this is the next thing in whiskey. It's going to blow up. It's going to blow up.
So looking forward to those.
Absolutely.
I mean, who's going to do the next one?
Yeah.
Is Buffalo Trace working on one now? Come on, they have to be.
Ooh, imagine the red fruit note in that.
Oh man,
that could be interesting.
Jeez, because Jack's released.
Jack's done one. Yep.
Yeah,
they've done a couple.
Release. Bullet has one.
Yep.
There's quite a few.
Yeah, there's definitely a few out there, and I definitely see there's more coming. Hopefully you enjoyed this review of the German single barrel bottle of the Westward Single Malt.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed the hell out of this bottle.
Oh yeah.
If you like reviews like this, a thumbs up would be great. That kind of helps spread it around the YouTube universe. And we are continuing to try to grow. So if you really like whiskey content, subscribe. And you get, we'll share our content with you on the at least once a week, sometime twice a week, some every once in a while, 3 times a week. It all depends on how busy my day job is.
Real jobs are.
Yeah, the real job, unfortunately.
And we're honest always. We're never, biased. It's just our palates. This is what we like about it, what we don't like about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Leave a comment also. What's your favorite single malt?
Ooh, yeah.
Something we haven't tried.
We should explore.
Yeah. I know there's more out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are playing in that field.
What about the Australian one? What, the Star
Westward?
Wars? Or what? Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars.
They
have a malt. Yeah, this is very similar. They have a. I don't know if it's 100% single malt. There's one that's I think it's a half corn, half the 2-star is half corn, half malt, or some version of corn and malt together.
That's right.
But yeah, they have a couple of pretty solid ones coming out of Australia too. Very good point. I guess on that note, thanks very much for watching. See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.